How to spot an ENFJ. ENFJs are typically outgoing and friendly, but also serious and driven. The ENFJ type is passionate and empathetic, which can lead them to be in flow when they get the chance to connect with people. They understand feelings better than most other Myers-Briggs personality types, because of their deep understanding of others, while developing a more harmonious environment by building solidarity among those around them. The givers and guides among the 16 MBTI personalities seek harmony through deep connections with others. So, if you want an easy way to spot one at a party or any sort of gathering, then look out for someone who's always trying to make things feel comfortable. The ENFJ type shines brighter whenever there are opportunities where they may be able to bond closer, on another level with people around them. Here are some quick tips for identifying an ENFJ. The ENFJ is the type with a knack for socializing. They aren't shy when it comes to approaching others, and they often end up living their lives in an effortless way. The ENFJ can also be described as socially smooth people, due to their focus on interpersonal interactions. With their impressive charisma, these individuals are like a breath of fresh air. They easily attract and connect with people by spouting off any number of witty conversations that will keep the group entertained for hours on end. An ENFJ is a natural leader, always making an impact on the people around them. They are often looked to for guidance by friends and family, in part because of their ability to read others and knowing how to approach any type of social situation. The best way for an ENFJ to make sure they have made enough of an impression at any event is just by being themselves, without worrying too much about what others think. For ENFJs, it doesn't matter how much they happen to disagree with someone, as long as the person also has good vibes. They can value harmony and consensus above all else, even if that means leaving important matters unresolved, or not voicing their concerns. ENFJs prefer to leave out cold, practical, and shrill logic since it devalues people's emotions. They value feelings above all else, not only how someone feels, but also why that person is feeling a certain way. This makes them more concerned with processing information, in an emotional manner, rather than through analysis. They can spot underlying patterns and trends in any given situation, hidden meanings that others might miss. When it comes to people's emotions, their powers of deduction are very impressive. ENFJs will often use metaphors and symbolism when communicating with other individuals, so as to better understand both sides of the conversation being had. It doesn't matter whether they're dealing with extroverted people or introverts, because either way, seeing things from different perspectives helps to understand others better. Typically, they are known for their wit. They also have an ability to communicate with people in a way that makes others feel comfortable, in a more insightful way than expected. It's easy to overlook the physicality of an ENFJ, since they are often too caught up in their feelings and relationships, but this type can impose a very strong presence. Aside their substantial presence, they also derive pleasure from sensory experiences. They have a preference for touch, rather than just looking. ENFJs are people who respond to what other people feel. They tend to be very good listeners, and always try their best for the person they're speaking with. However, if there is a bad feeling in one of these relationships or it's in disorder, then this can really affect them negatively. Because empathy isn't just about being able to read someone else, it's also about absorbing other people's emotions, like anxiety, happiness, and sadness. They have an ability that could be described as adaptation, where no matter who they come across, they'll adjust themselves accordingly. Negativity is like a disease for ENFJs. It's important for them to avoid certain scenarios, so they don't get contaminated by that negativity. This tactic often leads to making their relationships more solid, since they will always try to push the positive side of every situation. ENFJs can require a great deal of stimulation to feel at their best, and can find themselves neglecting certain tasks in favor of others. They are externally focused people, who need plenty to feed on from the outside world, before they begin feeling satisfied internally. The problem with this pattern is that it often leads ENFJs down an unhealthy path. Taking care of all, as opposed to oneself first, means often neglecting themselves because they are so focused on others, and can even forget about taking care of mundane tasks or self-care. They're always looking for external stimulation, and can burn themselves out through it. They would benefit greatly from taking some time for themselves. Having therapeutic alone time, where they don't have to focus on anything outside of their own thoughts, or just taking a break and release accumulated pressure. The ENFJ personality type is so highly empathetic, that they often have an uncanny insight into people's minds. In conclusion, reading and being around people is their bread and butter. They are finely tuned to the human condition, and use this insight as a fine-toothed comb, in order to understand and motivate their fellow humans.
If you liked the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. That will allow us to keep making more videos like this. For more related content, please click on one of the suggested videos. Thank you for watching.